Hey guys, Mr. Gucci here. Happy Friday. So I thought I'd give you one last science-y demo for the week. And during these last 2 days of classes, we talked about different branches of chemistry, right? Chemistry is the study of all matter in the universe and how its atoms interact and change. And so it seems pretty overwhelming that if you want to become a chemist, do you have to understand all matter? And of course not. That's way too much. So what they do is they break chemistry up into different fields that study different aspects of matter. One of those fields is called analytical chemistry. Now, analytical chemists, what they do is they take a certain substance and they break it down to try and understand what it's made of or what it contains. So, for example, if any of you, like me, got a test this summer to see if you had COVID-19, either currently or previously, then what they did is they took a sample of your blood and sent it off to an analytical chemist at a lab. And what they did is they broke apart your blood and they tried to find either pieces of the COVID-19 virus as proof that you had it, or to try and find substances that your body produces naturally to fight COVID that you would only have if you had COVID, called antibodies. Okay. So that's what an analytical chemist does. An analytical chemist would also be the person you call if you suspect that your groundwater might have been, you know, poisoned or contaminated by a chemical spill. Okay, an analytical chemist takes some substance and breaks it down to figure out what it contains. So I thought I'd do a little bit of analytical chemistry for you today, and it has to do with my blueberry bushes. Look at these sad little guys. Okay, they should be doing much better. It's too early for them to be turning brown like that. Okay, and that's a little bit worrisome to me. And I'm wondering, why aren't my blueberry bushes doing well? Well, it turns out that blueberry bushes need to have a very acidic soil in order to survive. Acids are things that taste sour, like lemon or vinegar, and it turns out that blueberry bushes need that soil type to survive. This is actually a big mystery about blueberries for centuries. People could not grow their own blueberries. They would go to where blueberries grew naturally. They'd pick some and try and grow them at home. It would not work, and the reason was they didn't know that the oil needed to be acidic. And mass blueberry cultivation didn't actually start happening until people figured that out. So I'm going to test my soil to see if maybe it's the acidity of the soil that's causing my blueberries not to grow. So I got a special kit called the pH test kit. And what it does, here's how it works. I dug up a bit of soil from around my blueberry bush. Okay, I dug up a bit of soil, and what I do is I put a sample of that soil into this little container right here. Not a lot, just a bit, and a little bit more. Okay, so what you do is you put the soil in this little container, right where it says fill with soil. Then what you do is you open up these special little green capsules that they gave you, and they are filled with a white powder. Let's see if I can get this on camera. So here we go. Opening. Okay, here we go. They're opening up. Now putting this white powder in with the soil. All right, here we go. Here we go. Great. Great. Okay, that's all of it. Now, once I mix that powder with the soil, I have to add some water. Now, I am adding a special kind of water called steam distilled water, and that's water that's been boiled, and they collect the steam so they make sure that there's nothing in here but pure H2O. Tap water would not work for this because the tap water that you have has substances dissolved in it that might affect the experience, all right? The experiment. So if you take a drink of tap water and it tastes kind of weird, that's because it's not pure water. It's got stuff in it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the water into this little container here. Fill it up to near the top. Good. Now, in a second, I'm going to put a lid on it and shake it up. And based on the color, I can tell how acidic the soil is. Now, blueberries do well in acidic soil, so it should be around 5.5. It should be this orangish yellow color right here. That's how I'll know that it is properly acidic. If it's not acidic, if it's too basic, it'll turn a dark green. On the other hand, if it's too acidic, it'll turn a bright red. So I don't want red that's too acidic. I don't want green that's too basic. I'm looking for a nice yellowish orange. So here we go. Putting the lid on and shake, 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 shake. Fun fact, there are certain plants that are natural pH indicators. Take a look at a hydrangea plant. You might not recognize it by its name, but you'll certainly recognize it by its picture. A hydrangea plant actually is a natural pH indicator. The flowers, if the soil is too acidic, they'll turn a bright blue. If the soil is not acidic or basic, they'll turn a bright pink. So those flowers that are blue or pink, they're not different plants. They're just indicating how acidic the soil is. And you can actually go to a garden store and buy chemical that will make your soil more or less acidic to change the color of those flowers. And I actually have that in my shed over there to use on the blueberry plants. Let's take a look. Here we go. If it's dark green, okay, so what I'm seeing here is, see if I can get it closer. This substance is green, but not dark green. It's more like a lighter green. So probably like a pH of 7 or so, which is still too basic, okay? I need to put a little bit of acid into the soil to get it closer to a 5.5. So that's probably why my blueberries are not growing right. By the way, let me show you what it looks like if this stuff becomes, oh, it's getting even darker the more we wait. So this might actually be a pH of like over 7. Okay, maybe just take some time to react. Now, I think I want to show you something kind of cool here. All right. This chemical, this little stuff in that pill that I put in there, is called the pH indicator. It changes color based on how acidic the solution is that it's in. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to add some lime juice. All right. Now, despite the fact that this chemical right here is currently green and this lime juice is also green, when I put it in here, it will make the solution much more acidic and it should turn bright red. Let's take a look. Here we go. Yo, here we go. Okay. So, yeah, so I made it turn about, looks like a pH of about between 5.5 and 5.0. So this is what I should have seen when I put the blueberry soil into this container, but I did not. So I'm going to have to go get my acid chemical and add it to the soil, and hopefully my blueberries will do a little bit better. All right, guys, have a good weekend.